What's up, you guys? It's your boy Avery here. A little bit of a different background because your boy needs a haircut really bad. I just kind of want to get into this because I've had a lot going on. I know it's been like a week now since I've uploaded. Uh, Other than the fact that I just really haven't had a drive to play Yu-Gi-Oh! As I'm trying to balance my phone without my tripod. Other than the fact I just haven't had the drive to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of the new time rules and stuff, I've seen people talking about how the time rules are actually pretty good. Um, the biggest thing for me right now is that I just don't have the time, right? For those of you who are newer to the channel, I was diagnosed back when I was 22, 28 now, with a very rare type of cancer that I actually wrote a book about. It's like a autobiography type of thing. Link is in the description. But I was diagnosed with VHL, which stands for von Hippel-Lindau disease. It's a very rare type of cancer, which has caused tumors and cysts to form all over my body. And so because of that, I have to go in, was every 3 months. Now I go for yearly doctor appointments and things. The medication that I'm on is an oncology medication, which basically just means it's for cancer, that can cause like some nausea and some other kinds of side effects and things. And so because of that, trying to deal with that as of late has been difficult because I was trying to get more hours at work. Because I get my insurance, and for those of you who live in America, you'll know how much our insurance system sucks. I had to get insurance through a system or through a website called Marketplace, which basically is if you don't have a full-time job and you're not getting insurance and benefits and things, you can go through this place called Marketplace and you can get insurance and then you just pay, whatever your monthly amount is. Well, if you're not here in America, you may not know how stupid the insurance system is. Because I went through Marketplace, I have to make a certain amount of money a year in order to keep that insurance plan, or I lose my insurance. Thus, I lose access to my cancer medication, which keeps me alive. Yeah, our insurance system is a bitch. So I'm not going to make enough money by the end of the year. So my insurance is going to go the way of the dodo at the end of the year. And I don't want people to think, oh, Avery, you're just e-begging. You're trying to get donations and super chats or super thanks, whatever the fuck they're called on YouTube. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not trying to do that, right? The best way to support me anytime people ask is if you want to support the channel and leave a super thanks, whatever you can, you do not have to do that. You can watch the videos. You can buy my book. You can do whatever it is that you feel in your heart that you want to do, or just keep watching the content because y'all don't owe me anything. I'm never going to e-beg, right? I'm not going to be a Wings of Redemption or any other people who have been, called out for e-begging, right? And so I've just been really stressed between my part-time job. For those of you who don't know, I'm a pharmacy technician. I work in the pharmaceutical industry. And the part-time job is fine, but the hours have been cut so much by corporate that I get like 4 to 5 hours a week on average. And the money is above minimum wage here in America. But the problem is that if you're working 4 to 5 hours a week, it doesn't really matter how much money you're making unless it's something like $100 an hour, which it's definitely not, or else I would be like balling out and like buying my own like airplane and shit and like my own runway and everything else, right? Or like, private jets. So because I haven't worked enough throughout the year, I'm losing my insurance. There are some options I can take, like try to get another plan where I have to pay like a big penalty, but then my monthly rate gets doubled. So let's say, for example, I'm paying, let's say as an example, $100, and I go with this other plan that charges me $200. I wish it was that low. It's not. But this other plan, I just can't afford, right? So with all of the stress in my personal life going on, why the fuck would I want to go and play Yu-Gi-Oh! And have some overweight butt crack hanging out of a half-broken chair basement dwelling loser like rule shark me because of time rules? Like, I'm just not interested in that. I don't subscribe to that. And I feel that even when it comes to evaluating the time rules, I feel like looking at pro players and having them talk about it is not a good way to look at it, because I feel like 99% of the quote-unquote pro players are going to say the time rules are fine because they play so much fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it's insane. Even Team Sam and Triff both said, we're going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! No matter what. And I talked about that in previous videos. So, like, why would I want to subject myself to that, And so I just don't have the drive, man. I really don't have the drive. Maybe if I didn't have all this other personal stuff going on, maybe I would be more inclined to want to play. But right now, I'm just not feeling it. And I really have to figure out what I'm going to do about my insurance, if there's anything I can do at all. Because right now, I feel like there's not. I feel like I'm just losing everything. You know, someone said in my community post, I'm playing by real life time rules. And I really am. Because once this year ends, we go to 2026, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how much longer I'll have. So it's something that I got to figure out, right? So I still want to make content. I was going to do a, I don't want to get demonetized, Mustache Man World War II video reacts to the time rules. And then I realized how much work is involved with that. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. So that would have been a funny video, but that would have taken like a month and change to make with how busy I am. So I am working on a script, working on talking about erratas and Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that's going to be a fun one to do. But when it comes to competitive content, I think right now I don't have the time or the headspace for it. I really don't want to get rule sharked by losers in a children's card game. I'd rather play fucking Borderlands 4, which that game is dog shit. I'm not gonna lie. So that should speak for itself. So I just want to make an update video. I'm doing what I can, y'all, but I really do appreciate all the love and support. I'm not going anywhere. Still want to make content, but my life living in this world has to come first, because, you know, I may have to start making arrangements if I can't get my insurance and I lose access to a medication that a cash price is almost $50,000 for 30 fucking pills. Let that sink in. The American health system blows ass. Guys, thanks for watching. I love you very much. I'll speak with you again very, very soon.